So I need to start over. But first I have to tie up this loose end because I started readings for the signs and I never finished. And that's a trend for me, and I would like to end it. I would like to end that trend, and in order to end the trend and start over, that means I get to fix it. So we're going to do a reading for air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I almost was like Gemini, Libra, the other one, Aquarius. Okay. I have a hard time pinning Aquarians down. So I was shuffling my cards earlier and I found, after I put them all back in a little stack, I look giant. These cards make me look like a giant. After I put them down in a little stack, I saw much later that Temperance was hanging out on the floor. So they're just gonna be out, calling in balance. And for me, it was like calling me in to be like, again, I was trying to do, I really wanted to just wipe the slate clean. And I don't know, I'm feeling compelled to share this. I wanted to just wipe the slate clean and start all over and be like, okay, all of that old stuff is cringe, and I'm starting over, and I'm gonna be perfect this time. This time, I won't mess up at all. I'm gonna be perfect. And the cards called me in, called me out, whatever. They were like, get over yourself, basically. And like, own your shit, own who you are. You don't need to steal names and hide behind whatever masks that you feel you need to create in order to be authentic. Like, because that's what my logic, my backwards logic tells me, right? It's like, maybe if I put up this mask, maybe if I don't share who I am fully, that will allow me to speak freely and speak truly. Which is backwards ass. It's so backwards. Like, maybe if I lie, then I can be honest. And it's not, maybe it's not, maybe that's harsh. Like, it's not a lie. But it's not honest. Not fully. And it's fine to, be discerning, share selectively with others. But that doesn't mean you have to compromise who you are. So we have the Queen of Cups here, and Temperance reminding us to have balance and be honest with ourselves and with others. And we have me kind of dropping my cards all over the place. We have the Five of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So we're being authentic with ourselves. We're being honest with ourselves so that we can open up. Fuck, man. So that we can, like, feel our feelings, so that we can share them and move through them and I know that it might feel like you have a million different things wanting your attention and that you want to do 5 different things, and 5 different people are like, hey, can you do this for me? Can you show up in this way for me? And I think a part of that is, first you have to make sure that you're good. Like, am I good? First we have to make sure that we are good before we can show up magnanimously for those who want our attention, whether that's people or things or work or school or tasks, chores, errands, like. And I think that as long as we are like air signs, as long as we are, I wanted to say keeping ourselves in check and keeping our emotions in check, but I don't mean that in a way of like suppressing our emotions or ignoring our emotions or putting our emotions off to the side. What I mean is the exact opposite of that. Like, by keeping our emotions in check, I mean we are taking care of them. So as long as we are taking care of our emotional state, of our spiritual and material maintenance, right? Taking care of ourselves emotionally, then I believe we can do like whatever we want, basically, like whatever we set our mind to, and like we will be rich and abundant, and we will have the results that we require, is the word that is coming up for me for some reason. Like, we will have the results that we require. And you know what? That makes sense, because air signs, honestly, y'all are so royal. Y'all are so diplomatic, right? Like, I'm thinking about Libras right now with the, like, diplomacy. Libra is ruled by Venus, who rules over diplomacy and, like, friendship and, like, being cordial, right? And for me, a lesson that I learned recently is that if I don't have it settled down, if I don't have this heart space, this, like, emotional space on lock, if I'm not taking care of my goddamn emotions and self and, like, feeling my shit, then I show up in ways that are not diplomatic, and I don't even realize it. I like realize it, but I don't know how to deal with it, right? So, like, again, it's like making sure that we are good with ourselves and prioritizing the value of caring for our inner emotional turmoil and world that is going on. I always say, like, it's so much easier for me to show up with other people when they are heavy in their emotions than it is for me to show up for myself when I'm heavy in my emotions. And, like, the truth is, how can I truly, authentically show up for somebody and be present with them in their feelings, with what they're going through, if I'm not first present with myself and what I'm going through? Then we have the Five of Pentacles. You have help. You have help. And it's so funny, too, because it's like, it feels like, to me, it's like we have this Five of Wands and Five of Pentacles, and it feels like we're in the thick of it. Into the thick of it. We're like, we're in it currently. But Five of Pentacles is honestly like, you have the help that you need right there. You don't have to take it all on yourself. You can ask for help for others to help you take care of your emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical state. We can't do it alone. This is why, like, yeah, we have so many people wanting our attention and, like, wanting our energy and our action and our presence. And they're asking for our help, right? And in turn, we also need to ask for help. We're allowed. We don't have to be stuck out in the cold. That's a choice that we're making. We don't have to make that choice. We could say, hey, I see you. I see that you're asking me for this. And I need to let you know where my capacity is at. And, like, prioritize that shit. Like, get your head in the game. Like, start planning. It is the turn of the new year. And we are collectively in this, like, state of, like, getting ready. Like, really, really getting ready. You know, it's like this whole past year there was a lot of preparing, but this one, like, the preparing was just leading to this moment of, like, okay, I'm planning, and, like, now I'm ready to, like, actually plan and put those plans into motion, like, for real. For realsies. Page of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of success for you, air signs. I almost said Libra. So, just so you know, maybe you Libras are getting a little extra success. We do have, like, this balance here. Justice ain't appeared yet, but, like, and Geminis ask for help, and Aquarius, I don't know, do your thing. Do your thing. I feel like Aquarians, you already know. You already know. And we all need help. We do. We all need help. But, like, we're still in this phase, again, this beginning phase, right? The page. We're still learning. We're just like little babies. We just graduated little baby school. I don't know. This one wants to come out. 8 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. Jeez. And that's funny because I was like, when I said get your head in the game, I was so thinking of, like, channel your earth energy, channel Capricorn, the getting the shit done, channel Virgo, the, like, planning, channel Taurus, the resting. I don't know why those are what's coming up for me, but, like, for real. And I think, like, also, it's so funny. It's like you're like, I'm ready to get the work done. I'm doing it. I'm ready to put pen to paper. I'm ready to get my hands dirty. And a lot of what you don't realize is the emotional work is a part of that. The spiritual work is a part of that. You can't just work. You need, like, up here too. And you know that, obviously, air signs, like, you live up here, right? And you're like, I'm so done with living up here. I'm ready to, like, go and do shit and get my things done. And that's fair. And also, don't forget the value of that. Don't forget the value of planning. And don't forget the value of, like, letting go of plans and expected results. And don't forget the value of feeling your feelings. Because in this capitalist society, we're, like, so encouraged to just put aside our feelings so that we could get that bag, and it's just not practical. It's not how the world works. It's not how we work as humans, as individuals, right? Like, I'm not a machine. I can't just churn things out. But what I can do is I can, like, create a plan for myself. I can set goals for myself, and I can encompass the fact that I am human, having a human experience, feeling all of these feelings, like grieving and victimizing myself, and like the spiritual experience as well, like knowing that, like, I need to treat myself and others in a way that transcends just doing good, because there is no black and white. Does this make sense? I feel like I'm going kind of off the cuff here and going a little. There's justice. Here's justice. Here it is. It was reversed though. So we have Four of Pentacles reversed, Justice reversed, Chariot reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, Four of Wands reversed, and Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, this is too many reversals. This is too many, legit. Like, why are all of the cards that just, like, jumped out in reverse? My inclination generally would be to flip them all back over, because, like, oh, these all came up reversed, like, clearly they're on the same playing field and we can look at them upright, but I don't think that's the case right now. Especially since we're talking about, like, planning, and we need to plan for failure. We need to incorporate our faults as humans, as individuals. Like, we need to understand ourselves. In order for success, we need to know ourselves, and we need to, like, calculate that. We need to, like, input that into into the formula, right? Like, for instance, say, like, okay, I know that I can be selfish. I know that I can get into this mindset of thinking that I know what's right for everyone in my life. I know that I am trying to implement this plan, and it might not go immediately, right? And chances are it won't. Chances are it won't just jump off immediately as soon as you start implementing your plan. And is next year? Next year is in 8 years. So we have the Chariot here, which was this year, right? The 7 year, 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. We have the Chariot in reverse, and that was like, okay, so maybe we get to look at, like what I'm doing right now. What do we need to clean up from last year, from 2023? What do we need to tie together? What do we need to finish? What have we left undone? Because the things that we have left undone are going to prevent us from moving forward. Ace of Wands reversed. So if I know that I have these things that I need to clear up, to clean up, and I'm not using the resources I need right now, and I'm not asking for help in the ways that I need help, if I'm Ace of Cups reversed right now, then I can't be Queen of Cups upright. I know that. So how the hell am I going to create a plan for next year where I am only envisioning my really perfect, great self, and not keeping in consideration the fact that I'm human and that I have all of this shit from the past that I need to clean up? And presently. Like, I can't show up for myself in the future if I'm not showing up for myself in the present. And like, why aren't we celebrating our wins? Why aren't we celebrating ourselves? What is preventing us from feeling good about ourselves? What is preventing us from creating this partnership that enables us to move forward? I'm just getting that we're like so drained. We're like so ready for a break. Because even though we have all of this success, it's like we're not fulfilling our own needs emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Like, those needs are not getting met. And so even though we are getting shit done and we are in a place of abundance and the value in our lives, like, we're still feeling like a victim. We're still in this old mindset. And like, we're so ready to move forward from that mindset. We're so ready to do the work, right? But first, we need to deal with what's creating this victimhood and this self-righteousness and this attitude of like, I'm always right and I deserve this and whatever, right? Like, there is a lack of, it's not a lack, it's a quality you have that you're not putting in practice. It's humility. It's also courage. It's courageousness. It's like really addressing situations head on that you've been neglecting. And you know, I would be really neglecting us as a collective and like myself in my truth if I weren't to bring up the fact that like we are witnessing a genocide of a people on our phones every single day. And with this like justice reversed here, it's so easy to be like, the world is fucked with the justice reverse and the chariot reverse, right? It's like, it's so easy to be like, fall into hopelessness and see like there is no justice in the world and like everything is garbage and like my country is falling into a fucking fascist regime and there's nothing I can do about it, right? But I don't think that you need to live that way. I don't think you need to think like that. I don't think it's helpful to anybody. What was it? The Money Witch. Oh my god, what is her name? I have her book right here. Hold on. It literally just says by the Money Witch. Okay, girl, I know your name is in here. Jessie Susanna Carnatz. So, in this book, Money Magic, she says something along the lines of like, you are no use to the movement broke. Like, it doesn't help, right? And she talks about this agency and sovereignty and change feeling traumatic Where do you want to be a revolutionary in your own life? Think about what revolutionary change you're excited about. And in this, she's saying in your relationship with money, but like it applies. Bringing your behavior into alignment with your path, your power, and your purpose is called integrity. And that's the piece. That's the piece, right? It's integrity. This is what I'm talking about. I can't have integrity if I'm falling into hopelessness and think that I'm just going to be the same, that the world is just going to be the same, that I can't make a change, that like there's nothing I can do, that I just need to wipe the slate clean and move forward and act as if like this stuff in the past hasn't happened or isn't happening or whatever, right? Like I can't move forward if I don't address where I'm coming from. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to leave it there. Like you have the information that you need. I'll pull one more card because you know what? I would like some hope here. I would like some hope. I think like it is invigorating to know that I have the resources that I need to move forward, and that most of what's holding me back is like my own thoughts and behaviors and hopelessness and fear. But next year is the strength year. Next year is an 8 year. It's the strength card, and it's 8 is like the infinity symbol turned on its side, right? It's like we're feeding into ourselves. And I want that to be nourishing. I want what I am feeding into myself, what I'm feeding into you to be nourishing. And it won't be if the soil is depleted from nutrients. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. Okay, one from the top. Oh, great. I'm like, can I get something positive? Can I get like a little motivation, a little hope here? And you know what I have? It's a tower. Reversed. Let it crumble. Why are we delaying the inevitable? Because we're afraid. I'm often relieved to see the tower. Not when it's reversed, though. Because when it's reversed, that means I'm fighting against something natural. That means I'm fighting against the natural progression of things. I think that I can live in this dilapidated building that I have made for myself. I think that this home that I've made for myself is just fine when like clearly like there's mold on the ceiling and the foundation is cracked and there are rats. And we can't fix any of that if we're not acknowledging it. And the tower, the tower is like gonna put it in your face and make you acknowledge it no matter what, but the tower reversed is denial. It's no thank you. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to know. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna fall no matter what, you know that. I don't know why there's this resistance to letting it happen. Something needs to move forward. It's so funny. I said that. I said something needs to move forward, and in my head I'm like, but it's not me. I'm not going to move forward. And that is the mindset. And you won't move forward if you don't look at this stuff. There might be like a semblance of moving forward, but the work is work. The work is work, and the pain is painful. And there is no growth without pain. And there is no moving forward without getting tired. There's no progression without difficulty. And I'm not saying that like no pain, no gain type shit. Like, but honestly, in a lot of cases, that is the truth. And I want things to be easy. Deep down in the bottom of my heart, I want ease for the world. I want ease for you. I want things to flow naturally, and even that is not always... That's also just like not how we work. If it were so easy to do that, then we wouldn't find ourselves swimming upstream all the time. We wouldn't need to come back to this reminder of like, oh, I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight it. I can just do what I need to do next. I don't need to fight the feelings of hopelessness. I can feel hopeless and still take action. I can feel scared and still take action. I can let myself feel these feelings and still move forward. I can create space for them. I don't have to resist. I don't have to fight them. I don't have to be angry that I'm hurting in a way that prevents me from moving forward. I can be angry. Fuck yeah, I can be angry. I can be angry at the hurt. But I will not let that stop me. I'm looking at the tower reversed and I'm like, there is a reckoning. There is a reckoning coming. For those who are not cleaning up their shit. Justice will be served. And it's not gonna be pretty. So that might be invigorating to you. And it might motivate you to clean up your side of the movement, of the things. I hope it does. That is the direction we're currently going in. And I will see you next week